I'm John Brenner, Executive Director of the Pennsylvania Municipal League. We strengthen and empower effective local government through advocacy, education, and support for our members. Our association works with cities, boroughs, and townships all over Pennsylvania, and one great way to support our members is to help them build a playground. And we're doing that here in Lock Haven. This is our 14th playground since 2010 across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. This process starts about 2 years before today, and the city applies for a grant to the Pennsylvania Department of Conservation and Natural Resources. They get that grant, then they match it, and then the Municipal League works with sponsors, and we have some great sponsors on this project, and we bring in a national nonprofit group called Kaboom, who does the community engagement, gets the children and neighbors in this neighborhood involved in the playground. The kids actually get to help design it. They get to decide what components they want of the playground structure. And when the final design is done, it incorporates the young people's suggestions. So it's really their playground. And then it's our job with these sponsors and Kaboom to manage what we call Build Day. And that's a great experience that we're having here today.
Well, it's going to help the neighborhood because, when you get in an area like this, a lot of the houses, they don't have very big yards. Gives a nice big open area for people to bring their kids and play or just enjoy the open area. But it's also helps the city of Lock Haven to attract people that want to live here. I mean, it's all about quality of life. What's it going to be like to live in this town, and we're trying to provide more of that, more recreation, more beautiful things for them to see in their town.
I really enjoy building playgrounds, and I've done them all over the state of Pennsylvania since 2010. That's like 14 in all. This year, since it was in Lock Haven, I got to do the pre-planning and the work leading up to the playground. So I have a more respect and thankfulness for all those cities that we built playgrounds in for their preparation of it and all the work that they put in, hours and hours and hours of meetings and planning and everything that goes into it.
Hoberman Park serves as the backyard for many of these residents. They often come to the park just to hang out with family or play. So we wanted to create a space that varied and gave them the ability to do whatever they wanted, whatever they could imagine.
Community projects is the best thing you can do for where you live. It's all about quality of life and getting everybody together to do something like this. When you have yourself invested in it, people appreciate it more. Well, I was excited to see how many people turned out today, especially with the threat of rain and everything going on, and it really makes the job a lot easier. Many hands make work easy, I guess, and it's exciting to me to see that many people have that kind of community spirit and want to be a part of something so cool.
Quality playgrounds represent all kinds of great things for neighborhoods. There's a human factor here. It's a great green space, but it's wonderful for the kids to have a quality and safe place to play, and it's great for their parents and other relatives to enjoy as well. This is an ADA-approved playground, so a wheelchair will literally be able to go right up the ramp and onto the main part of this structure. So children with all kinds of disabilities would be able to enjoy this great place. The other thing it does in the community is it helps with property values. Good quality green spaces and playgrounds help neighboring property values. People want to live within walking distance of great playgrounds. That helps the neighborhood, that helps the city, that helps the tax base, and I don't know how you can think of anything else that would do a better job than helping people from when they're very little to when they own their house and they're much older.
I was mayor here for 16 years, and the city of Lock Haven has been a member and partner with the Pennsylvania Municipal League for over 30, probably 40 years. And as a partner of the Municipal League, has been involved in their conferences and 14 other playground builds. So it was really good as the former mayor to be involved with the Municipal League, but then my role with the state, all of the local government associations are partners. So it was both from the state level and then my local government level that I was a partner with what's going on here with Kaboom. From my time as mayor, this is what it's all about. We have every age group represented, every part of Lock Haven is represented. Neighboring elected officials and volunteers from the county and from the surrounding boroughs and townships are here. It doesn't get any better than this. When you look at recreation and parks with amenities that people want, it's getting harder and harder to provide the things that people want. This is an area with a lot of children, and it brings it into the current century with playground equipment and the skate park and all the things that they're doing to improve this park is really special.
Lifelong resident here and have lived in the city for the past 25 years, and I enjoy the parks and I enjoy seeing people, residents of the community, enjoying our parks and the areas that we have for recreation. It's a big project for the city and I am grateful to be a part of it. Looking around here today and seeing all of the variety of people from all different parts of the city, all different parts of the area, people that have come here from out of town to help us with this project, it demonstrates to me that when we work together and we find a common cause, that we can accomplish so many great things. I think looking around here today, you can see how well things have come together with people that may not agree on all sorts of things, but we agree on this, that this community is important and that we're making a difference for the people who live and work in this community. For a lot of the people who live in this part of the city of Lock Haven, this is their backyard. This is the place where they gather with their friends. It's where we gather together with our families. People have birthday parties. Kids have big get-togethers here. And so for a lot of folks, this is their backyard. This is their outdoor space. And I think we're making it an outdoor space that is so much more user-friendly and has so much more to offer for the residents of this community. As a city, we make it a priority to go through and take care of and update parks on a rotating basis. And when it came to be time for this park to be updated, I think we looked around and realized that this park really needed a lot of things done to it. The equipment that was here was outdated, and it really wasn't the fun place to be that it was when a lot of people remember it when they were younger. And so we did reach out to DCNR. We received a big grant and also CBDG money and $1.9 million in public funding for a community playground that benefits so many people. And so as a member of City Council, it was important for me to continue to see that project move forward for the benefit of all the citizens here in the city.
My first experience with Kaboom was from Parks and Rec, so I didn't realize it was even a real thing. I thought it was made up for TV, but I just love looking around and seeing that national organizations and statewide organizations and our local community are all coming together to just make our city a better place for everyone that lives here and visits. Our community has a lot of young families in it. We're home to First Quality, one of their factories, and so we get a lot of young families. This neighborhood specifically has a lot of our lower income housing, and so having a place that's safe and accessible and enjoyable for all of the people in this area to gather and have time to play, time to listen to music. We have a great stage with benches that people will be able to sit and listen to music. It'll just really help reinforce the community that Lock Haven is instead of everyone just staying at home alone. I just started on City Council in January, so my involvement in making this a reality has been very small, but they began working on this several years ago with grant funding and applying for different areas. Abby, our city planner, is amazing at finding grants for our community to do things like this, as well as help us build a new police station or anything else within the community. So she's been working on acquiring those grants for a while. The City Council will then approve the application for the grant, essentially. And then if we get the grant, we go through, and it really is on the city planner and the community to help plan that. We do a lot of surveys that allow community members to say, this is what I want in this park. We just had one for another park. We're looking at putting in possibly a splash pad in a park, and we went out to the community and said, do we want that to happen? And so that's kind of how that goes. And then We just get told when to show up, and they hand us things to do, and we do them.
We thought this was a wonderful opportunity to expose ourselves to the process of building a playground. It's something I know that the Pennsylvania Municipal League has been doing for many years, and this is the first opportunity that we've had to participate. Well, first of all, I'm just very impressed with the overall organization and process. I realize that the company Kaboom is involved in these builds all over the place, which is great because we have a lot of people that know exactly what they're doing. We have a lot of people that don't know anything about what they're doing, and then plenty of folks in the middle. So with that combination, it's very interesting to see it all come together and come together correctly.
Oh, it'll be such a wonderful amenity for the whole community, a place for people to gather, a safe place for families to come, a destination for friends and families, something for the kids to do that's healthy and strong for them to do, something useful for them to do so that they can grow and be healthy.
It's just amazing that in the course of one afternoon or one day that this kind of project could come together like this. And there was some prep work done the last 2 days, but the majority of the build was done today. And through a host of volunteers, it's amazing what can be accomplished.
It was a park that was in desperate need of some changes. So I think that overall, it just changes like the landscape in the area, especially with being next to the skate park. It just makes a really welcoming environment for a lot of the families that are in that area.
I'm here with First Quality today, and we have about 15 volunteers helping build this park. I'm a member of this community. I've enjoyed growing up in this community. I've been with First Quality for 25 years, so it's my opportunity to give back to this community and also to just help show what First Quality has to offer the community. Very proud seeing how this community has come together today, seeing the level of volunteerism, watching this park go from nothing today to almost a completed playground by the end of the day. Very proud to be part of the Lock Haven area and to be able to contribute in this way. This park will absolutely be a place for several actually of First Quality's volunteers live right here. So I was standing with one of our engineers earlier. He lives just around the corner, and he's excited for his children to come over here and play on this playground. And he said he volunteered because he knows that he wants to see this playground in place for his kids.
There's so much energy here. I wanted to get involved. I'm on the Parks and Rec Committee, and they were really excited to make this happen. It sounded like a cool idea to have the kids design the playground and then have us come out and build it. And it's just a really good vibes out here. I moved here in 2015 from Scranton, Pennsylvania, and fell in love with this little town. And it's things like this that keep me here because it's so small and quaint and community oriented. The kids in the neighborhood really came together and designed this on their own. I think that really makes a difference in them wanting to come and hang out at the park. And it's exactly what they wanted. And I think that's just really a great thing for kids to have such input.
I'm here with the Sons and Daughters of Italy Lodge 146, Lock Haven, PA. And I'm here as a volunteer with 3 or 4 of my other lodge members. We have almost 2,000 members, almost 3,000 members. The Sons and Daughters of Italy contributes a lot back to the community, and when we first heard about this, we were a very good partner with the City of Lock Haven. Right behind us here is the Sons and Daughters of Italy field. We take care of that and help the city maintain that field at Hoberman Park. Well, I think it speaks volumes to our community. Everybody wants to be a part of making it better, and that's what we are at the Sons. We contribute a lot of money to the community, mainly for children and youth issues and ball fields and playgrounds. That's what my board, I have 15 board members, that's who we really want to see where the money goes. I believe that we never have enough opportunities available for young children to play. And if you can get a safe environment like this and keep them happy, that's key to their total development. When I was a child, I played in this ball field with the Sons and Daughters of Italy back in the early 70s, and so it's a great place to grow up, and we're happy to be a part of it.
I'm volunteering here today because it's nice to do something for the community, and the fact that I have worked away for a few years and I've just recently came back into town for professional purposes, and to be more involved with the community is just kind of something I really wanted to do and why I wanted to come back home. It means a lot to me because growing up, like, you always saw the areas that maybe were a little more run down or wasn't like as maintained, or they had a lot of people that used them, so they wore down faster because of that. And this area in and of itself was one of those areas that is used all the time, which I think is why they put the skate park in here. But like, this is a very, public housing and all that stuff. So seeing that the town and the city have come together to put something together for this little community and for the kids and the families that live here for generations, it's really nice to see that they do put back into our community what we give to them. I think it helps boost morale a little bit more because people can see that their city council and their officials and stuff actually do care, and they can learn more about like the planning that went behind all of this, and they can see that the officials actually put time in. They consulted with the kids that live here, the families that live here, to see what they wanted in a park like this that they use every day. So I think it will boost a lot of morale here.
Well, we kind of have to go back to 2007. I was a mayor in the city of York, and I was involved in the National League of Cities. And we did the very first convention going back into New Orleans after Katrina. And so the NLC wanted to do something special during that conference, and we built a new playground in one day as a part of our conference in a place where all the trees had been sheared off from the flood and all the equipment had been destroyed. So it was really an incredible experience, and Kaboom led the project. So that's how we got hooked up with Kaboom, and then in 2010 we started to do these projects. Our very first one was in Bethlehem in 2010, and here we are in 2024 in Lock Haven.
1, 2, 3, go!
Well, as we take a good look at this finished product, most of the major part of the play structure and its components are complete. The city will finish up, and they'll finish up by putting a safe surface underneath the entire structure. And they're going to do a few other things to spruce up around the playground area. But how does it make you feel? It makes you feel great. This is an awesome experience. We had 100 volunteers show up on a very hot and humid day, and they did a wonderful job, especially the concrete team. They had to mix our own concrete and haul it over there with wheelbarrows and pour it in. And it's just incredible work that these people do to volunteer. So we want to thank all the volunteers that showed up, and we want to especially thank all the sponsors that stepped in. And if I could, I'd like to recognize them. It's a terrific group of people. First Quality, which is a wonderful company here in the Lock Haven area. They're one of our top sponsors. We want to thank Highmark. We want to thank Geisinger, as well as the Sons and Daughters of Italy. And UComp and Penn Prime are the league's insurance trusts, and they supported and sponsored the T-shirts.
But you just have to be happy when you do these things, and it's not a chore and it's not work. It's an act of love that you're out there having fun doing it, and it's the socialization too that you get the benefit from it. And when I drive by or I go over there and see those kids playing, I'll remember for years to come, I had a hand in that.
In order to watch this video and get more information on the projects the League does with our cities, boroughs, and townships, they could go to pml.org. If they're interested in Kaboom and bringing Kaboom to your community and help you organize one of these events, you would go to kaboom.org.